Chinese Cassia, often called cinnamon, but in reality, something far more complex. In most parts of the world, Cassia is understood as a spice, a familiar flavor in desserts, beverages, and everyday cooking. But this understanding is incomplete, because in another context, in another system of knowledge, Cassia is not defined by taste at all. It is defined by function. This is not just a spice. It is stronger, darker, and chemically more potent than what is known as true cinnamon. But more importantly, it occupies a completely different role. In the West, Cassia belongs to the kitchen, measured in teaspoons, valued for aroma and flavor. In China, however, Cassia belongs to medicine. It is part of a structured healing system, used not casually but deliberately, not to enhance taste, but to influence the body, to warm internal systems, to stimulate circulation, to restore balance where it has been lost. The same bark, yet two entirely different meanings. What appears to be a simple ingredient becomes, in another framework, a therapeutic agent. This transition from kitchen to clinic is where the real story of Chinese Cassia begins. To understand why Chinese Cassia holds such a distinct place, we begin with the plant itself. Cinnamomum cassia, an evergreen tree, native to southern China. Its leaves remain throughout the year, but it is the bark and sometimes the buds that carry its true value. Harvesting is deliberate. The outer bark is carefully removed, revealing the inner layers, thick, rugged, and intensely aromatic. This is not the delicate, layered quill of true cinnamon. Cassia is denser, coarser, and far more concentrated in its chemistry. And that chemistry is where its power lies. Cassia is rich in cinnamaldehyde, the compound responsible for its characteristic aroma, and much of its biological activity. Compared to true cinnamon, Cassia contains a higher concentration of essential oils. This higher oil content translates into greater intensity, not just in flavor, but in physiological effect. When heated, when infused, or when prepared as a decoction, these compounds are released, becoming active within the body. This is why Cassia is not subtle. It is hotter, more pungent, and deeply penetrating in its aroma. You do not simply taste it, you experience it. A warmth that builds, a sharpness that lingers, and an intensity that defines its identity. These sensory qualities are not incidental. They are signals, indicators of the plant's underlying chemistry and its potential effects within a medicinal system. In Cassia, botany and chemistry are not separate from function. They are the foundation of it. To fully understand Chinese Cassia, we must step into a completely different framework. A system where plants are not classified by nutrients or chemical constituents alone, but by how they influence the body's energy. This is the foundation of traditional Chinese medicine. Within this system, Cassia is not just an ingredient. It is a functional herb used for over 2,000 years, recognized, studied, and placed among the most important medicinal plants. But its role is defined not by composition, but by action. And that action begins with qi, the vital force, the energy that flows through the body, sustaining movement, circulation, and life itself. When qi flows freely, the system is in balance. When it stagnates, discomfort, fatigue, and dysfunction begin to appear. Cassia is used to influence this flow. It enhances circulation, encourages movement, and helps restore the natural rhythm of energy within the body. But qi does not act alone. It exists in balance with another fundamental principle: yin and yang. Cassia belongs firmly to the domain of yang. Yang represents warmth, activity, and outward movement. It is associated with heat, with stimulation, with transformation. When the body becomes too cold, too slow, or depleted in energy, yang must be restored. This is where Cassia is applied. It warms, it activates, it supports key organ systems, the heart, the liver, and the kidneys, not as isolated targets, but as part of an interconnected whole. Because in traditional Chinese medicine, treatment does not begin with disease. It begins with patterns of imbalance identified through observation, pulse, and systemic relationships. A body may appear cold on the surface, yet hold heat within. Energy may be low, yet blocked rather than absent. These distinctions matter because the goal is not to suppress symptoms, but to restore balance. Cassia is chosen, not because of a diagnosis in the modern sense, but because it matches the pattern. It warms where there is cold, moves where there is stagnation, and supports where there is deficiency. In this way, the herb becomes part of a larger logic, a system of relationships where energy, function, and balance define both illness and healing. Having understood the framework, we now turn to application, how Cassia is actually used, and how those uses are interpreted today. In traditional Chinese medicine, Cassia has been prescribed across a wide range of conditions, particularly those associated with cold, stagnation, and dearth of internal energy. It has been used to support digestion, addressing symptoms such as bloating, flatulence, and discomfort in the abdomen. It is also applied in respiratory conditions, where warmth and circulation are considered essential. Cough, congestion, and chest discomfort are viewed through this same lens of imbalance. In addition, Cassia has been used in managing menstrual disorders, particularly where circulation is impaired or warmth is deficient. Across these applications, the underlying principle remains consistent: restore movement, restore warmth, restore balance. However, when viewed through the lens of modern science, the picture becomes more complex. Some properties of Cassia have been studied and partially validated. Its antibacterial activity, for example, has been demonstrated in laboratory settings. Other claims, such as its potential role in blood sugar regulation or lipid reduction, remain inconclusive. Results vary, and large-scale clinical validation is limited. In some cases, findings are even contradictory. This creates a gap between centuries of traditional use and the standards of modern evidence. Why does this gap exist? Part of the answer lies in the difference between systems. Traditional medicine does not isolate a single compound or a single outcome. It works with combinations, with patterns, and with individualized treatment. Modern science, by contrast, seeks controlled variables, repeatability, and measurable endpoints. These two approaches do not always align, and so, while science continues to investigate, traditional knowledge persists, not as proof, but as practice. A system refined over time, yet still awaiting full validation. In the language of modern research comes responsibility, because the same properties that make Cassia effective also require careful use. One of the key concerns is a compound known as Coumarin, naturally present in Cassia and significantly higher than in true cinnamon. In small quantities, it is generally tolerated, but with regular, high intake, it can place stress on the liver over time. This may lead to adverse effects, particularly when consumed in concentrated or repeated doses. This is where context becomes critical, because Cassia exists in two very different worlds. As a food, it is used sparingly, a pinch, a small addition to flavor. In this form, risk remains minimal. But as a medicine, the dosage changes. It may be consumed more frequently or in higher concentrations as part of a therapeutic preparation. And this is where caution is required. Traditional systems account for this by controlling dosage, duration, and combination with other herbs. Use is not continuous nor indiscriminate. It is guided, measured, and often temporary. Modern regulatory bodies have also recognized these risks, particularly in relation to daily intake. Not to prohibit use, but to define safe boundaries. The distinction, therefore, is not between safe and unsafe, but between appropriate and excessive. Cassia, like many potent natural substances, demands balance. Used correctly, it can support function. Used without awareness, it can create harm. And this balance between benefit and risk is what defines its place, both as a spice and as a medicine. Long before modern medicine, long before global supply chains, cassia was already moving across the world, not as a common commodity, but as something rare, valuable, and deeply desired. Its journey followed the great trade networks of the ancient world, overland, along the Silk Route, and across seas, through the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea, from the forests of China to the markets of Mesopotamia to the ports of the Mediterranean. Cassia traveled far and at great cost. It was not merely a spice, it was a symbol of wealth, of status, and of cultural exchange, used in incense, in ritual, and in medicine. Its presence connected civilizations, linking East and West through trade and through knowledge. As it moved across regions, its uses evolved. In China, it became embedded in a structured medical system. In India, it found a place within Ayurveda. In the Middle East, it was incorporated into Unani traditions, each system interpreting the same plant through its own philosophy. Yet certain themes remained constant: warmth, circulation, restoration. These shared ideas suggest something deeper, not coincidence, but convergence. Different cultures arriving at similar conclusions through observation and experience. Cassia, therefore, is not confined to one tradition. It is part of a broader human story, a story of movement, exchange, and adaptation from forest to trade route to healing system across centuries and across civilizations. At this point, the distinction becomes clear. Cassia is not simply a spice, it is part of a system built on relationships between energy, function, and balance. In this context, the herb is never isolated. It is interpreted, combined, and applied within a larger framework of diagnosis and treatment. This is the key insight. Cassia does not act alone. It derives meaning from the system it belongs to. Remove it from that system, and it becomes something else. A flavor, an ingredient, a simplified version of its original role. But within traditional Chinese medicine, it retains its full identity, a functional agent embedded in medical philosophy. This is where the difference lies and why it matters, because what appears to be the same substance can carry entirely different meanings depending on how it is understood. In the previous discussion, cassia was examined as part of everyday consumption, a substitute, a common form of cinnamon, but here that perspective shifts. It is no longer about taste. It is about energy, about function, about healing. This change in perspective is fundamental. It transforms the way the herb is used, the way it is valued, and the way it is understood. From something added to something applied, from something enjoyed to something prescribed. And in that transition, the true identity of Cassia emerges. And so, we return to a simple question, one that now carries a very different meaning. What are you really consuming? A familiar flavor, warm, sweet, comforting, or something more complex? A substance shaped by history, refined through systems of medicine, and applied with intent. Cassia exists in both worlds, the everyday and the therapeutic, the kitchen and the clinic. What changes is not the plan, but the understanding, because when seen through one lens, it is simply an ingredient, but through another, it becomes part of a larger system, influencing energy, supporting function, restoring balance. The difference lies in how we choose to see it, and perhaps that is the deeper insight, not just about Cassia, but about many things we encounter. That meaning is not fixed. It is shaped by knowledge, by context, and by perspective. So, the next time you encounter cinnamon, pause, look again, and ask yourself, is this just a flavor? Or is it something more?